My bed platform is a little tall, and that was not his suggestion, but mine. And I'm kind of regretting it because I.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my next video. Today, we're going to meet Sherry. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Bob.
And Sherry's in this is a 2019 GMC
Savannah 2500.
And so how long have you been on the road?
Just turned 3 years.
3 years. So you're kind of an old timer anymore.
Oh, I feel like I still feel like a greenhorn, actually.
Right. Yeah. And so how did you end up wanting to live on the road?
I've been taking road trips since '96. I took my first one and I was hooked. So every summer after that, I took time off. And it started with 2 weeks off. Then I asked for 3. Then I asked for 4. And then it almost turned into 5. And then I just thought I want to do it full time.
So why did you end up choosing to travel in a van?
For years, I traveled in a Jeep Wrangler, which was so small.
Yeah.
And then a motorcycle, and
Which is even smaller.
Even smaller. I tried camping. I took a tent with me. I tried it a few times, hated it. So I thought, I want something where I feel more secure,
right,
safer and drier. And so I got the van.
And you're from Washington State, so you know all about
I know all about rain and gray weather and clouds. Yeah.
Then I assume you must have retired then?
Yep. 3 years.
And you're on Social Security?
Yep.
So your income is pretty well covered then.
I have a good buffer because I sold the house.
Oh, right.
So I haven't had to dip into that.
Yeah.
I could be a lot more frugal than I am, but it's working out fine. I have more money now than I did when I had a house.
Right.
Even though I was working full time, I found my bills out and picked which ones I could pay that month. And,
wow. Yeah.
I have more money now than I did when I was working full time.
Well, you probably pretty much eliminated most of those bills.
Yeah. Mortgage payment and utilities and
right.
Just have phone and car insurance now, and that's it.
And so really you have become completely free.
Yes.
As free as a person could be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great. I can't imagine going back. I'll be 70 here in 2 weeks, I think a week. So I think, how much longer am I going to do this? But I can't imagine. I'll never buy another house. I know that. But I met some really nice people, and I'm kind of a loner, though. I kind of like my own little space, and I like being around people for so long, and then I need to get away. I think I've read more books in the last 2 years than I have in my lifetime.
Well, that raises the question of loneliness. And for a lot of people, they're afraid they'll come out here and they'll be alone and they won't have any friends. But it doesn't sound like that's been a problem for you.
No. You'll just go for a walk and meet somebody.
Yes.
And everybody's so friendly down here. I never really feel lonely, even when I'm by myself. I just don't ever feel that anyway. I always find something to do.
Well, would you mind if we took a look inside and saw what you've done?
No, that'd be great. For 2 years, the first 2 years, I had nothing in here. It was bare bones. It used to be a U-Haul van. When I bought it, it had 8,000 miles on it. I think it's got 58 now or something like that. So it was just metal. And the only good thing was it had the wood slats on the walls. I had thrown a cot and some little dressers in here, and I hung a shower rod in the back and hung clothes on, and I took off. And just this last October, I went down to Salt Lake City to my daughter's boyfriend, and he's a welder, fabricator. And he said he'd help me build it out. Then I got down there, and he says, well, I don't do wood.
Yeah.
But he did all this. Let's start right here. The cooler is kind of I have a love-hate relationship with the cooler. It's the only spot I can put it. I used to have a 12-volt fridge, but I was always worrying about solar.
Yes.
Especially when I was up in Washington State. The cooler is, to empty the water out, I would have to get out and undo it, lift it up, and hold it. But then I found this awesome thing.
Wow.
So I just shove that under, open the valve, and it goes outside.
Nice.
So it's one of my favorite things in here, actually. I bought this bench on Amazon. This holds so much stuff. I don't know how much you can see.
Oh, I can. Is that kind of an outdoor bench?
No, I don't know. It's got a cloth top, so I think it's for inside, like a shoe thing you'd put inside a front door.
Uh-huh.
We had to cut the back off because the gas tank comes in right behind it.
Right.
So we had to cut a hole to make it work. I wanted a little bit of something different besides wood. So what he did here, he put to tie this in smoothly, he fiberglassed right here, then hung the rod here. And I can't get the curtain all the way to the wall, but that's okay, just tie it back. But it's blackout on one side and real thick, and then it's got a zipper down the middle. So that really blocks out all the light. This dresser here is all my clothes. And then I found my stove and a chair fit right in there, and my shoes, slippers. This dresser is extra bags and coffee drawer, and then my pots and pans, which I don't have much because I don't cook much. These 4 lights are on a switch right here with a dimmer.
Wow.
You can't even see them.
Pretty bright.
So light. Oh, you can't see them. And then I've got 2 more back here that have a switch in the back that aren't on a dimmer. My power that I had for the first 2 years was just this and a Bluetti that I bought after watching one of your videos. And they came with solar panels.
Oh,
So that was how I charged them up. The Bluetti's just fully charged in the back, and now I just use this for my phone to charge my phone up.
So you just really have absolutely minimal electric
Well,
needs.
I've got a house battery. These boxes here are from the floor up, and they go all the way to the back. So these on both sides of the bed are all storage. But this side, I have a house battery in the back, and then I can charge this battery or whatever. I've got 12-volt USB and USB-C right here, so I can charge everything while I'm driving. This has a story behind it. This is one of my favorite things in here. It was a friend of mine who found this stick somewhere, carved it, and carved the word brat into it. That's what he called me. But carved a bunch of like cactus and deserty stuff into it, stained it very thin, and gave it to me for my birthday.
Wow, it's beautiful.
And I've never used it as a walking stick, but I just love it.
Yeah.
So I told the guy that did the work, I said, this has got to go in here somewhere. That's my work of art in here. It's my only work of art. Bed platform is 3 panels. The last panel that it lays on has holes drilled in it. And then I also, I don't know if you can see it, I also put these underneath. These are those mats that go, like restaurants, kitchens have these in there, just to make sure there's enough airflow under there. My bed platform is a little tall, and that was not his suggestion, but mine. And I'm kind of regretting it because to get in bed, I have to get up here on my hands and knees and then do kind of a gymnastics,
right? Kind
of tuck and roll move to get into bed. And I can't sit up in the bed. This is just a piece of foam. I think it's 5 or 6 inches of foam and then a couple inches of memory foam on top of that. I like this on here. There was a time before this was finished, it had the holes, up here in the metal. And I got the biggest spider I've ever seen in here one morning, and I was ready to burn the van down. So they can't hide in here now. It's worked out well.
Good. Yeah, it's nice. It's just very practical.
It's very simple, and that's what I want. The less stuff to go wrong.
Right.
So I just don't want to have to worry about fixing a lot of stuff.
Right.
But we can go out and I'll show you the garage. Okay, this is cram full. As you can see, it goes way back.
It's basically the whole bed.
Yeah.
Other than the...
Yeah, all 3 of those panels. And at first I had the large Rubbermaid bins, but they're, a certain width at the bottom, and then they kind of go up and they're wider at the top. So I couldn't get as much stuff in here.
Yeah.
Like I need more. So I bought these, they're moving bags, and they hold probably 1.5 to 2 times as much as the Rubbermaid bins do. And it's nice. They have these little plastic pockets on here because I got tired of thinking, well, I need this out of here. So I'd come back and have to dig and look at all 3 of them before I found what I was looking for. So I wrote little pieces of paper of exactly what's in each one and stuck them in here. So
Good
I
idea.
have to do that all the time. Yeah, there's one behind these, and I've got memorabilia and sentimental things in that. This is just my Mr. Buddy heaters in here, and then kitchen stuff in this one that I don't use. So I need to downsize. And I know you're going to ask me how. I know the two questions you're going to ask.
Yes.
One of them is, this was in my house, and I don't even know where it came from. I think one of my kids got it somewhere. This is my bathtub, I guess.
Nice.
I fill it with about that much water, and I can wash up and wash my hair and everything. And then I've got 3 just water bottles in here. It takes 2.5 to wash my hair. It took a while to get it down, but I've got it down, and I can just do it in here. The nice thing about those panels that aren't covered with the mattress, I do that on that. I prep food on that. I fold my laundry on that. So it's like having a big table in there.
Yeah.
And then I've got a little Triptychs toilet in there. I don't know if you saw it. I was sitting kind of.
I did see it.
I have that, and then I bought this. I haven't used it yet. It's one of those. It kind of comes. I haven't even really messed with it yet, but it's one of those toilets that kind of unlatch it, and then it kind of turns and lifts up at the same time, locks in place, and it will go to 13 inches high or 19.
Really, really cool. You've got a great life, and you've got your freedom, more friends than you've ever had, and yet you maintain that tie with your family and friends.
Yeah.
Well, Sherry, thank you so much for sharing your home with us.
Yeah, thank you.
It's fantastic. You've done an amazing job.
Yeah.
What has your been experience with fear and problems?
I'm always point your nose out of your spot. I never put anything on the front seat, and I've always got a clear path to the front. So I never put stuff outside because I don't want to leave it if I have to drive off. So I'm always ready to drive off at any given moment.
Good. Yeah, that's excellent.
The one thing that almost kept me from doing this lifestyle was the bathroom thing.
Yes.
That was the thing. I thought, how could I go in a bucket? That's just so new. That almost kept me home. And that's nothing. That's no big deal at all.
Well, Sherry, thank you so much for sharing your experience. It's so encouraging for a lot of people. They'll see what you've done. And like you said, if you can do it, anyone can do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, folks, I'm sure you've gotten a lot of inspiration out of this, a lot of great ideas. If so, then like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.
Bye-bye.